they don't stop. Look at them. It's noon. The sun is straight up. By all the laws of Minecraft, this should be burning. The zombie horse burns. The skeleton burns. I think the reason is biologically it isn't a zombie. They aren't dead because they are mummies. Minecraft 1.21, the Mounts of Mayhem update. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Well, now that we are out of that chase, thankfully, let's try to figure out what exactly happened. This is the real biology behind the undead mounts, and you are watching Simply Wild. In Minecraft 1.21, the Mounts of Mayhem update finally gave us the undead mounts we have been waiting for. But if you look closely at the Camel Husk, you'll notice a biological contradiction. Unlike the zombie horse or the skeleton, this creature doesn't burn in the sunlight. That's because biologically, like I said, it isn't a zombie, it's a mummy. The Camel Husk is immune to daylight, even at high noon. It takes 0 fire damage. This mirrors the real-world process of natural mummification. In extreme environments like the Atacama Desert, bodies don't rot because it's too arid for bacteria to survive. Without moisture, the decomposition process stops dead. The husk is effectively leather stretched over bone, cured by the sun, not damaged by it. So when you ride this mob, you aren't riding a rotting corpse, you are riding a biological time capsule. The camel husk rarely travel alone. It spawns with a passenger, the Parched, the same guy who was shooting arrows at us. Now, unlike the Nautilus we'll talk about later, this isn't a parasite controlling the host. This is a real biological phenomena called force. Force is when one organism uses another purely for transportation. Pseudoscorpions do this by grabbing onto the legs of larger beetles to travel between habitats. The Parched is hitching a ride. It uses the camel's speed to cover ground it couldn't cross alone, while offering covering fire in return. It's not an infection, it's a carpool of him and the husk. But let's talk about those arrows that they are shooting. The Parched shoots arrows of weakness. This is a nod to the biology of severe dehydration. When a living thing loses roughly 10 to 15% of its body water, neuromuscular control collapses. Your electrolytes go haywire, and your muscle literally fail to receive signals from your brain. The irony? The mount itself is immune. Camels store fat, tryptophan, in their humps, which metabolizes into metabolic water. The camel is evolutionarily built to survive the very thing its rider inflicts. Next, the Zombie Nautilus. Now, I have already done a deep dive into the engineering and the real biology of Nautilus, and I have talked all the mechanics of the Nautilus in this video, so go watch that for physics. Today, we need to talk about why this one is green, rotting, and hostile. Well, the Zombie Nautilus is only hostile when ridden by drowned. Kill the rider and the Nautilus becomes neutral, and you can ride it. The zombie isn't driving, the passenger is. Well, this is a parasitic castration and host manipulation. In nature, parasites like Leucocolarium invade a snail's eye stalks, hijacking its motor functions to force it into open where birds can eat it. The drowned is a macroparasite. It forces the Nautilus to attack, to move towards danger, and to behave against its survival instincts. You aren't fighting a monster, you are fighting a biological puppet. There is also a rare coral variant found in warm oceans. This adds another layer of realism, bioerosion. In the ocean, dead surfaces don't really stay dead. Calcifying organisms like coral larvae settle on the hard surface, including shells, and colonizes them. The coral zombie nautilus isn't just a skin, it's a shell that has been in water long enough to become part of the reef itself. And finally, let's talk about the horses. The 1.21 update allows zombie horses to spawn naturally. The mechanics reveal a gruesome detail about decay. The skeleton horse sinks, and the zombie horse floats. Zombie horses also spawns with zombies on them with Spear, which is another new weapon added to Minecraft 1.21, but we are not going to cover that weapon in this video. Let's take a look at another undead mount which has been in the game for a long time. A skeleton horse. Now it is just a mineralized bone, calcium phosphate. It has no buoyancy, but a zombie horse represents wet decomposition. In water, soft tissue transforms into grey wax or adiposare, a soap-like bond substance. The zombie is a raft, the skeleton is a submarine. Now you'll notice both undead horse still play the eating animation and you can control them as well, but they never consume the grass. This is a fixed action pattern or a vestigial instinct. In biology, certain behaviors are hardwired into the brain stem. Even when higher brain function is gone, the motor pathways for eating remain. They are going through the motions of life without the ability to sustain it. Well, zombie horses spawn naturally, but the skeleton horse spawns from skeleton trap, a lightning strike. This is the most famous experiment in biology history, galvanism. In the 1780s, Luigi Galvani discovered that applying an electric spark to dead frog legs made them twitch. He proved that muscles run on bioelectricity. Minecraft takes this literally. The lightning provides the external voltage to jumpstart the dead muscles, animating the bones just like Galvani's frogs. Well, from the mummified husks to the bioelectric skeleton, the Mounts of Mayhem update isn't just adding difficulty, it's adding an entire ecosystem of decay. Which mount are you taking into survival? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe because it's free and you can change your mind whenever you want. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, this was 1Sub, you're watching Simply Wild. Goodbye.